touch it, touch it.
Yes, sir.
We are back.
Yes.
We are back, and we are back for good.
I don't pense about Jessica.
Yes. Edusika semse na me hunu ntu me. Na makunkun. Because say no Kwame send a hit aba wiase.
Yeah.
Edipa bottom hit atiasi ho. Sika ni ho. What you say? It is about say ye Jessica say ya. Na say Ghana for ehwo sepe omo na wo mutumi di wo hushem.
That's right.
Because one no one pam. Yes, you chose free. Why did you make a tell you?
Me too.
One no,
one pump.
Yeah. Yes, see, Kessben. Now you sign chose free. Wait, are the Kassa who be? I am in Tiasio. Sound the fierce, yeah. Utiwe Ukaka, Usika, Botomina, 19 cities. 10 cities back or 5 cities, any 2 cities, 2 cities, and a good breeze way. And I will bear 20 cities be a momoso. Just come here, we are sample at the aisle. From 4 is ya. Ye bechoska. So would you Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker? I don't want why is that.
That's right.
Now you say choska peso. A chess said you were to woman at Tonquem. Kwame to say the audio Mogra day. I won't get a coin. What is it? Not just a fat. 84 for Nadimachi. Me be choska no pay. And I don't know what I'm saying. You're the kind of mayor.
But short code do no answer.
Okay. Tie. You follow process, no? Wow, with all the guests. I be you the film me. You know be so. This is Kobe baby talking. Pick up your phones. Mobile phone is here. Guests, abu wofie. Mobile phone, me who don't tea. Obi am for the phone. Mama no, mobile phone. Mpacho, we under age ya onka ho. Eno kra no. Terms and conditions apply. Say ja we are made me hu. Na no Kwame akura ya ofre we was say we need 18. So why yo?
Yeah, why?
Anyway, star 256 star. Bueno.
Star 256 star.
Star 256 star.
Star 256 star.
Number 2.
2.
Hash.
Afei
miaso ene ewulo no. Afei step 2 no. Ko step 2 no. Choose step 2. Miaso ene ewulo no. Kunkulein. Ubaji sika.
Ajikaje. You check 500 cedis and the money per 4.
Eripa 9.
And 9. Obi aje 500 and okay.
French for na mo fi na mutie me no. O your D 700. Nous allons bien combien 4. Ya me ni per 4 ska. Ka me de me kan na nya French o.
Yeah.
Keke boom. Eripa 9. Ye be cha muska. Obi abeje 500 Ghana cedis. Don't forget 1 million 5 upon that demo no. 10 cities 10 na 1 million. Eti ya bema 500 Ghana cedis na no pay. If you allow bojaye. Na wuche 500 Ghana cedis odi ne pa ebe ya dia ma wo. Fa phone ni enko. My ready. Ma me ne se binya betre kwa me. Fa. Yanko. Star 256 star. Enya star 56. Star 256 star. Na me 2. Mo afa mi hash ne ka ho. Correct. Afa jump ko step 2. Mia step 2 no mia 2. Na press send it. Kunkulei atom. Ubebi aka ho abetimi aye. The more you do, the more your chances of winning. The more you the more you raise your chances of eti tugum. Eno efiada ye cheni pa 4 500 Ghana cedis. Kwesa Kwame Appiah Kubi ya be cheni sese e go so be so de no Mr. Speaker be sorry no. No age 500 Ghana cedis e de aka osika wo ho. Ya de che ofiri bonto. Untu asempo adama. Kaprempo. Wa anya duma bia. How am I so yeah?
I'm going to yeah.
I'm go so yeah.
Okay. But I say thank you. 47 after 7. Now, I don't pay your chance in come out do a war my gun more and you know a babeche and to patch and so mommy say numbers no a 0550596 0550567 now what the message is no at their first or abba now a lot and akoso wiki more and I don't pay no home come on and yade ba now Godwin Mahama Tinasi from the NDC. Godwin imagine. Na empomo te say
yo I don't know you
na microphone na
yo I don't know you na so
erade adom me so me
ya nyame ase
party mo te say
o party mo boko Mr Speaker minchia wetie fo no wahwefo ni na so obi etie Kessben na onte ya yakopon ya adom a next week Wednesday, yes I think Wednesday, and officially the NDC ye be dan ye running mate Eddie na ya pardon ne ho ntoma.
Okay.
Edi a kire wiase afanan ni na. Ghana ni bia ni obi onye Ghana ni owo wiase ni na no. Akopon ya adoma Wednesday and ye be dan ye running mate. Dia obebo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Echidom in the 2024 elections. I think eno na ye the major programmer at the NDC nim as we speak.
Okay.
And I think officially so no ya announce say you take part in the Jiso upcoming by-elections, you know. And so I think these are the major things running in the NDC for now. You know, we be NDC ni wa unye NDC ni Yakupon Adoma Wednesday. You can join the program or UPSA. Yes, I think UPSA, yeah. Around I'll get the time and put it out.
Okay.
My phone need do muntino minya time and I'll put it out. Ne ni na yenko program na Echidom na yentimi endan yen running mate Eddie enfanche wiase afani na yeah.
Aside then, what is the NDC up to
in terms of the upcoming election?
Yes.
No, you know very well say upcoming election they in ya kan NDC for ne Ghana for ni na nim say pempenso a Ghana edu no ye ni option. Says yes aban no. But trying to change aban no question we be say why na ye man the opportunity number and lead the republic. We should be a Ghana atete apansam eduna. We don't need a new person. Ye here obi our experience, and this is the first time ye nya a candidate or so much experienced to this level baby a Ghana atete apansam akodunu. He doesn't need any much teachings and directions in order to know say make kan niema ba ku mienu miensa we bomu a ebema Ghana ejina brane na bebi atete apansama kodunu Ghana fa ne ntamapa efra wo be bita say hwan asem na meka eni na yenim His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wabedi abengu ane pen the 1992 constitution esa man akwanya say so no ne pemu ena ne pe as a political party mu na se pese esa ne ba akwanya eden e wo ho nti yekoto yem primary no na yeyi ne sombra medan party ne enim ona wabedi bi pen and osan what that experience. So far John Mahama na the only president we di less than 5 years ewo abenwa so odi 4 years 6 months nso ye hwe niema odi egugu akwemu during the tenure of officer. It is far better than the era of Nana Baumia administration for the past 8 years now. Oko every sector of the economy, education, energy, health, road, local government, any aspect of this economy. Se odi John Mahama nyuma odi wo those aspects of the economy etoto diane mini we hunu a ni die no far outweighs the ande no ehunu ntinu yesusu se bebi aye kono se Ghana fo ni na ye de entoma boy entoma no na ye to santene koto abama John Dramani Mahama but enye based on the past enko because my culture open say this election is about past
and the future
nti de obi bisa ne say the awaye de enina ya den yehu den no sande ye den e de ba foforo. And I think that is the question most Ghanaians are asking. So you Ghana ni na utie Kessben aside in niema we hu say John Mahama ye ni na no, he is not relenting. Or catch will say one Oba and there were 6 different regions anameboa. Osi oba make sure say region biya benya a public university. As we speak, I think say every region biya ewo university. I mean the traditional 10 regions, you know, obia ewo public universities. Anameboa.
Yeah.
The aka the new ones na yatete no. Man the Ghana fit 10 regions to 16 regions, you know. Osi oba obema all those 6 regions. Oti. Savannah. Northeast. The other ones
Savannah.
Yes, Mabo Savannah.
Western North.
Yes, Western North.
Bono
And Bono East and Ahafo. Omuni na benya public university. No muni na nsu enya regional hospitals. Aside public universities and regional hospitals, no. Nansenya wasanga kase obema all the regions barracks. Mr. Speaker, when him say NDC are promising 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
And no country can run a 24-hour economy without a robust security system in place. So you are aware. Because a bibe ye adwuma nyumbre. It is a security no enya tough. Na nkrofo ehu wo mu say meko adwuma nyumbre na mintimi mbadia. Why do I have to go to work? Until together with the running of the 24-hour economy, no, or see obe establish barracks in all the new 6 regions. Because you know, can say all the 10 traditional regions are barracks. One mu nibi a new regions, no, or see Obama won in our barracks in order to beef the security system in those 6 regions. Said they are running 24-hour economy now. Security will not be a problem. Wasa kachire ye nuanom emanom ye maamenom so obekti de efra no women's bank emma bank. When say ye nuanom ene ye maamenom, they are into these businesses, SMEs and all other mini jobs. Ebi wo ha ohia even 1,000 cedis. E de ahye na djuma ase. Ohia 1,000 2,000 Ghana cedi. E de aka ni sika ho ama na invest into business. But obibe bisa say hefa ena oko na hefa na obenya sika no. John Mahama say oba obeti Emma bank ye friend women's bank, and that bank ni botai ne say o de be boa me maame no ma mu wodwom Emma mu ye boja edwuma Emma mu pese mu go into business na mu pe sa sika no in terms of capital e dia boa na mu dia invest into business. When you walk into those banks, unante call those women banker, they will be there to serve you.
Okay.
No mama the other day, ope. John Mahama Sanse, we should pempenso ye do asomaya. And never one mama ye nuanum secondary school for enuane omunuyama ye nuanum enkola. And ne abayin timi ntua wonka. In the teacher and nursing training allowances emma. And the national service personnel allowances emma. Because economy ni mo edin aban na wia abo man ni fam nti Ghana ye niska nti onu in the wisdom of John Mahama no, this is not the time I say ye use 125 and that's over 80 ministers edibu o man Ghana. But the say say catch expenses are Ghana incur on one minister, you be surprised all you are already. Ne car ye to fuel, ye money driver, ye money maid per diem. John Mahama no. Enough is enough. Yenti means say those sikano in the name of ministers. Into on the oba. Otutu say Ghana o share population. You bet me the less than 60 ministers. Ediebu o mine Ghana. Into say I won't use more than 60 ministers to run this state. Sadia sikana nke ese ye de bo ministers bebre hu brano. Oba investi into say ye be tuya ye nuanom assemblymen because we have proper development at the local level.
Yes.
Now if there is the need in so we invest some of the money in say bika into other sectors of the economy into oba reduce the ministers. Wasan aka say e-levy most of them conform use momu wonga which we will say they are not rich. Boja for and a bebre na use e-levy. Most rich men they use the bank into the ordinary Ghanaian na onu on niska onya ne 1,000 2,000 200 100 cedi 50 cedi no de tu ni momo so ane abaya onwene wo ho edi e-levy amabedua wo so se u se niska ma unua o ma me oyare so mfanto eduro mpo oba ana unua wo school so mfanto ni provisions mpo a aban na edi toato so na oji usika no John Mahama so oba sa e-levy no he doesn't see the need say ye taxi momo oba ne first 100 days obeyi sa e-levy no edi efi ho. The same applies to bet tax. Aban ni mpe adwuma ma wo ye mebunu aban ni ma wo adwuma ye and now aban ni lifted the unemployment rate from 8.4% under John Mahama and they are now 14.7%. Youth unemployment and 35%. Ono oma wo adwuma ye nso ohye wo bose obama well paid job but 8 years ontimi ma wo ye wankasa wo koye obodwa adwuma na unya sika kakra nso a now the go twa better aban ni say otil emu tax of 10%. This is an act of an insensitive government. Abaya onwene wo ho na onnitema edema. John Mahama say oba obey sa bet tax no edi efi ho.
Okay. God is so many mess about on chain. Mr. Yahoo so any komomra. Wano chief executive at the Ghana Railway Development Authority. Mr. Also Otumeka, good morning. Pom to say Eradi Adom, Meso Behoye Pa.
All right.
Now, Andra, unfortunately, Yantia Sempa, sir, on the Impakadan Railway line, Mode a year, one of the train, latest one, a year bay, AC, so for test run. Now, unfortunately, no, Aquaconia accident. But you, everybody saying,
okay, okay, send your train, Pepe, and Ra. Now, train for one, this is Poland, Abano. They could see train at the end of the train, you be running. If you say Ansana, you meet me, and I say Nipana taught training to hand it over to us, or see making sure the training edge, all the safety measures are taking place. So the mechanism says it's a trainer. Abandoning Yanji trainer, MPS and Ewaha. Name just say let me be Ansana, Yakasoke trainer, be there, Pepe. And I pay obi the truck be a say e could see trainer e wo cable so and the train ni ba no and who no time who no na too late or apply emergency brakes no and so ntime nyina in order to hwe truck no mu now ade be chairman ya sa test we no kra no e the train car be fast so and making sure the train the BND kwan so car bia na ti BND senti kwan so ya sa na hwi ni ho. And when the band perform, say, I say, a quiet dry, a quiet test here. They could do cables. Not the assets who will be anti. And a train driver so interview or apply brakes and said they were in order to shoot.
But how do Timu be a mommy? Or say, I dear bet you before the test run, no? Move for a real line is when you are.
Yeah, for a real line, your car to be, I cost a train to be, sir.
Okay.
Oh, I would miss a train so all this would miss a truck and so called Koba. The confast making sure say BBN your fast na BBN no na ka bia say so. Na say be dua bia mu ento railway kwan so. Ntimi e sure say e kira no e na de chen ra no. Ye test no ye problem bia. But unfortunately no, ye dey fast e happy work pro befen Japan. Japan no only say railway kwan no ye bridge kese be 300 meters.
Okay.
Over the Volta Lake no. And to try a bridge na pepe no. How area na Japan. Na curve so sa and I just say assembly see.
Very
driver who na late. Na ujine e cause speed and all dey ba no. Na untimi nyina what or try to buy emergency brake no so train ntimi nyina and a coping truck na obi di kosi kwan so.
But modern was sort of form no. I mean, obi a mock call for inspection a day before the test run no. All of a sudden no, a ban is saying a trucky. In fact, I ne kwan kra no. Enti na opedien wo ho a e kokko say esi so sir.
No kra say hono enye be bia car correct me fa. Na e control be antiase na me pese me speculate. At the ba so say bi o to ba hwehwem. And what making mbese can be bia sebio be misinform the public and I say be try say we dey asem beto obi so nipa ko yes and driving no ya che no
okay
for to turn on actually at the corporate intia or yes na na say we see nti kopem say be hwe e be yes the munyu say me dey imagine be fa ho na maka asem a na fe manisa and I say mamusa or to stop I don't want to
very well. And say you can say no train no condition at saying because of the accident, I say cry na say the
ni no I feel you go so ehwehwe mu broni beka say it's yet to be determined but me just say and say send you be ya and say PC in here say be ko approach say akoye dia ba e be no here I'm say body work kakra wo I was here but anya me ni say e ade a SAP in Uganda here. Again, I feel you full as you at the airport here. But it's me drive free, that cost maybe you shall see free, you know. A idea and yes, if I say I want to make use of and to alcohol, yes, I can train or call back to Tema Station. So, and in the back, be a common Tony, why, and yet, I almost said, CDA. And I mean, Casabia and the Kituan in the Quasi, there's no cause for alarm. Subuni Bessia. A Quabias, the here say a Quabe never fast work. We make sure that Sansem is to be Dachi, because I feel a better running train operation.
Yes, and also not made by no say train ye a refurbished one, and I say a brand new one. Oh my God,
a brand new train, a brand new train. Oh, say train dear. AFD and nipa neka so obi di basic one so na say sebio do comfortable so sa enya dia train no bit imagine adepa ko na inimu ne say ye signaling and the communication we say train dia or signaling communication and the training din komo
exactly
be a train one be a train no ko sa system no is not full place yet them say ka sa system no ha kibetimo hu head and so can be crosses train kwano so on the driver and bit me I started to say will slow down system no process you signal and communication the we no aboa amadachi bia bibisa nsi nemo me ne ho na say we have to be disciplined igba de kontia obi a sabio how enye train kwan enye ka kwan na ka kofa ko siso ama bibisa aba
very well. And when it was to test run Nanka commercially, no, you heard that you bet me I said you must say, and I'm a boy.
Pacho Pepe. Naki Junior and second June for the year, you know. Your commission trainer. I think that's here running. I will free impact a free drop on a basic Tema Harbor station.
Okay. And to win a bano, a mamma says, and not train a
oh, I think you be and we say be delay and I delay. So no busana, minimum how long it be taking send it tomorrow repair. But meaning is a bear affecting PE. But again, I think you caught something in your share. You know, Sebechana Senche, or if I in CSE moon. Until you may yard by Chinano, even and then you could go home Sebechana Senche. But the bear
very well. Zozu Anope, I'm grateful for your time.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
I'm grateful. Thank you. Maybe any other said in Comobian.
Maakye.
Medas. And Oraya Owusu, Chief Executive at the Ghana Railway Development, Ada Yeneno, Eddie and Komono, bringing us to exactly 6 after 8. Kessben, Pacho, dial *256*2#, *256*2#. Now, was selected option 2 on the Kessben Cashport and pay Nipa and 9. Ebenya 500 Ghana cedis each meche ede ama munyina na afi wo de wadwenche no so ede aba 0550596929 0550567929 wo de ba ye beje na yakenkan ni nyina so ede ama God
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Say that I make an but before then, you see this issue a running issue but into ye ma ho comment baby one picture na mu show say track no etwa no. It's an online picture. Yesterday I was showing it to somebody who call online. It's an online picture. They should be careful the kind of picture they are circulating. It's an online picture. The next question in Sone say, Intimu ye rails audit a day before said you all can.
Yeah.
To look at the safeness
condition of
the rails.
Yeah.
Into time men and kofu, time men are buying munko for go picture. Or moon say rail see you.
No, I think say Andra say see ya nana.
No, that can't see or no. Track na see or no.
Yeah.
Indicates that she mbo ye. That means that we are proud to the test picture no. And yeah, after the crash, I don't know what they are getting me.
That be maintain context na see ya.
Show picture no.
This is the accident.
No, this is the accident. Maker.
Yes.
Track na
Etwa kwan.
Etwa kwan nim no. We track na. There is nothing wrong with the track. So this was the picture they took before the collision with the rails.
I see.
I don't know what they are getting me.
Yes, me too.
Until the issue is that time men are buying mumpen foko who say sports track etwa rail nim. Omu a picture in anticipation say accident based on mobile putting it out. And when they saw it, didn't they know that morning there will be a test run of the rails of the train? I don't know whether you understand the common sense analysis.
I'm getting your point.
Yes. In the picture now,
yeah,
it doesn't depict the reality. Me say your online picture.
I see.
Your online picture. Me phone go off and can make your website yesterday I searched for it. Your online picture. If not, the Americans say if not, how did they anticipate say accident basi? Yenko chop picture sa ento. Na accident ni see the pictures na about. Do you get me?
And only the one
now, yes, no, we are trying to have some prima facie evidence about the whole thing to see so that we can cross the T's and dot the I's. Do you get me? And now, because so far, I have been moving phone and circulated these particular pictures. Who call on Facebook, Kwame Asante, and he posted the same picture. Okay, me say this is the tracker na extra rail nima train the boy.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Into that means say they knew of the track on the rails. Into David, what due diligence? And omuya and so omuya test run. But major mamu journalists still do your own investigation. Do you get me? Me saw me phone now. Me send link now. Then you go and set yourself. No say where your online picture. It is just to direct attention on what exactly happening. But almost your investigation when we get there. And the issue of whether train is brand new and I say a refurbished one. He was specific say a brand new. Exactly. Don't worry, you call anymore. Say that I can't say a running issue. No, when the facts are out, I pray say he doesn't come and change his mouth. Say a brand new now. The other way around because information available. Let's say a brand new train, a refurbished train. And your brand new train, a refurbished train. But say the American, when the time gets closer, we'll speak to it on and adduce evidence to you. Mr. Speaker, you see, Chedana medical cancer interview nearby.
Yeah.
John Mahama Aka, medical bo, so say obey levy a few, obey bet tax then, a few, obey reduce the ministers, obema all new regions, no. Universities, no more money na regional hospitals, obama one barracks, also a better women's bank. The most important one, Mr. Speaker, John Mahama Edia Bar. Imebulu ni na boaji so the 24-hour economy. About 24-hour economy and just one say Jumapa enkwa. If you money na be done say unemployment has become a security threat. John Mahama Efia Benwan Sono, not nipa less than 800,000. Youth are not any Jumaye Ghana ha. What the core percentage terms are 8.4%. 8 years on, Aban Webeji Benwano. I almost triple because nipa 1.8 million. And there Omuni Jumanya in terms of youth unemployment. What the core percentage are moving from 8.4 under John Mahama, Ako 14.7%. That means John Mahama time. Upon whom modern to me reduce unemployment rate. Now the Danko Akufado Alaji Baomia Breso, they have not been able to employ much, and for that matter, unemployment rate moving from 8.4% to 14.7%. 800,000 people and then 1.8 million. To John Mahama, in the best wisdom of John Mahama, they say, as I say, yadi abrochi eba Ghana. Because they tell ma Ghana, meburu ni na onye opportunity of so ojane kwa man on say. Every developed world and account to be an running 24-hour economy, yes or no, Mr. Speaker?
Yes.
Intinu 24-hour economy and I'm in nume ebusu ewa manonea obia sorry apeso eden okoho. Ye bi wo ye memu a e possible. Into sure the 24-hour economy beba. The extent na ne say enne ye ko adwuma baako a obi ko 7 a no upon 5. Na ye ja adwuma na to until the next day ade be chin ansa na yesa mekọ den ye be ko adwuma. E wo mra ye adwuma ni bi wo ho a ye beti ma rane in the evening. Do you get me? Into ye dey from anopa ewia ene anwumbre ebeba, which is the 3 shift system. Nti adwumayefo ni bi be ko anopa upon ewia ebi akọ ewia upon anwumbre ebi akọ anwumbre upon very late in the night. And a 24-hour economy no. Obi bia oye adwuma nne we adwuma wo beto so aye den aye. You will lose your job. But obi bia oye adwuma nne bia no. Ese say aban employ extra 3 badge. E de card ye wo ho nde ho. Ti uko baby ti say passport officer. Say the whole passport employees aye 500 a. You be employ another 500 mienu aka ho. Ne yenye nipa 500 ombekọ adwuma no pa. 500 ombekọ ewia. 500 ombekọ ade anwumbre.
Increasing the wage bill.
Don't worry. Nti ehonko ape no it will end up picking 1.5 million. No, I'll come there. You better employ nipa 1.5 million. Mr. Speaker, you see, bear in mind, say, the more you work, the more you generate resources for the state. Which part of the resources, and you be to your workers.
Okay.
That is it. Until the more productivity echo high, the more we generate resources. Yes or no? And it is out of that same resources, and you be better able to the workers. So there is a way to raise resources to pay workers. So the wage bill, yes, I agree, say are very high. But when productivity is high, you will get a lot of money to pay. And they are running only one system. Do you get me? It is the whole year, Ghana sika ye generate 1 billion with this one shift system. It tells you say when we run 3 shifts, we are going to get 3 billion within the annual.
Providing productivity in the year you might.
Oh, it will work. You see, until the year government deliberate policy. A government deliberate policy. That is why one more policy that's the catch and say other sectors are already running 24-hour economy. And in their on their own volition and more. Nobody is forcing them. But when you know a government deliberate policy, the incentives behind them, in order to attract sectors, they can run 24-hour economy to come on board. Do you get me? Until you be quite a panel, maybe queria, maybe query. Mr. Speaker, that don't make us and be actually share. We are driving. Yeah, you say you are supposed to always renew your roadworthy. And I'm boy.
Yeah.
Because you're running one shift system, no. If the unfortunate happen, now police need chill around 8 o'clock. Not the week or 2 cells are. When you say after some time, they cannot grant you bail. And now police ain't mean you until the next day. Yes or no?
Yes.
Just by say police for ever and upon a shift, no. You chill after a certain time. They won't allow anybody to come and bail you. And I'm a boy. But say you're running 24-hour economy. That issue of say adiasa, yeah, no be no will be a thing of the past. Irrespective of the timer, we be finding culpable. No, the way should be given to anybody available to come and bail you. Do you get me? So that these are some of the advantages. I did the 24-hour economy. No, the next one too is that imagine say police are chill, say a road where the do you get me? Because DVLA upon you cannot go and renew until the next day. But you're running 24-hour economy. It doesn't matter the time you will be arrested. When you are arrested, you can plead. And when they allow you, you could just walk to any DVLA office. Because the system is running 24 hours. Into call and for only time, you can get there 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. On be renew road where they are there. At the amount. Now on song now call. But they are running a system. Say number 5 o'clock. You may be upon unless the next day. And yet mean running Ghana in this manner. And yes, sir. That is why unemployment rate are high. No? So we will look at the passport office. You better share the DVLA. You better share the bit to say the court. Thank God, and then the Chief Justice has started a 2-shift system. Because when who the need say it's possible. You better add the 1 system. Now you 3 system. And I pay you at the court, which is possible. Now you look at the product, the industries, pharmaceutical industry, cocoa industry, steel industry. Because you see, I see it do in Pempensubia. Ghana should be self-sufficient.
I thought someone say idea way, you know. I mean, it will be private sector led, Anna.
No, what we are saying, no, it's a government led. It's a government led.
24-hour economy.
You see, the issue is
because
that
I have heard communicators and one more I can say. I mean, Doctor, your friend is saying John Dramani Mahama is saying say a private sector led. Oh, you Ghana and now young crana wo ye with Jumba. I mean, you have the right to apply. Say to me, I am part of the 24-hour system. And no, you be my special dispensation. Yeah, the companies be applying. You be my almost special meters.
Sure,
I be reduce more cost.
Yeah.
And see, the explanation you are giving us, and then linking major state institutions to the 24-hour economy implementation. So because I mean, I do not know how to do the comparative analysis.
No, who can say private led? What does it mean? A government deliberate policy or the in order to attract private sectors who think that institution when they bring on board bet me around 24-hour economy. Into case a private led, I'm a little confused because a government policy or the which is
yes,
going to
but the private sector leading means I mean majority of the things you are saying
will be
private companies. Womo be willing say omo be offer omo business.
Okay.
No more employing for more. Okay. To sustain this particular system. Now buying the also be the abuasa and and they say obema womo
sure.
incentives.
No,
so that they can employ more people.
If that's the case there, then it's a two-way affair. Because there is other sector.
No, I'm asking because you are giving me an explanation.
No, with what I know.
Which is contrary
no, there's no contradiction. There's no contradiction. There were certain aspects of government institution. It will run 24 hours. And there were the private sector as well. And also when they come on board, will also run 24 hours. Bear in mind, country beyond mean develop it without the input of the private sector.
Exactly the question I'm asking.
So it's going to be both private and government led. Medical culture say baby to say passport office. We will run 24-hour economy. Because Argentina, Mr. Speaker, you work Ghana. No be apply for Ghana passport. And it will take you more than 6 months. Maybe 1 year before you can get your passport. So we na emergency impo. Say ultimi konti your passport within 24 hours. Mr. Speaker, do you know it is not possible? Because about 5 per yapon. But when we run 24-hour economy, it wouldn't matter the emergency and the time. Uko passport officer, you will get officials to serve you. So service will be there for you 24 hours. Baby to say DVLA, you better need 24 hours. And when in summer, John Mahama Eka. There is nothing different from that.
Now
a private and public. So private, said the Eka ankra on be sign it to the policy, or certain incentives because no country can develop without the inclusion of the private sector. But maybe Manu Sinespeaker, so when in some the Akika who be John Mahama, the last point, or see Oba establish refinery, gold refinery in most of the regions. You see, Ghana, Nyama Bebrea ye diwo Ghana no, ye importi fi amanone na yedeba. Yes or no? About 70% of nneɛma yɛ consuming wɔ Ghana no yɛ kra to see yɛtumi run 24-hour economy na yɛbɛdu mpɛmpɛnso bi a will be self-sufficient because productivity ɛbɛyɛ high. Then we will consume what we produce because the more yɛ kra nneɛma fi amanɔne ba no yɛsesa Ghana cedi no into amanɔne dollars safer pounds and yɛde kɔ kra nneɛma yɛ den ɛba ɛna ma mmiri biara no wobɛhu foreign currency no beating our local currency but yɛtumi yɛ self-sufficient we'll get to a point in time Ghana ehu nya sese yɛsesa sika bebree akɔkra nneɛma fi amanɔne ɛba wei ne nneɛma John Mahama edi hu nkɔmɔ sɛ yɛkɔ yɛn anim no sɛ yakopɔn yɛ adom na adom dom ne yɛto abama na ɔde begu akwan mu na Ghana fa ne ntoma efra. So this year's election is about past record and going into the future. And near the flag bearers at the airba on board. And Mr. Su said John Mahama is the best alternative. Looking at the current economic problems, I want 7 December, Ghana ni bianto Santen and Koto Obama John Mahama. As for Alaji Baomiade, Ogusu Wabemu, what does he need again? What is he waiting for? So be implementing all the things he is announcing. Aden yet to Obama also bedding.
Made I say 23 after 8 I Kessben. But we try me on I mean your boy for crouch him rabbe. Come back. You better also didn't come on.
Muntie enhwemu amia hu se prostate yade etiti mema yie pa etitiru no woni a wadi mfie aduanan ede kro me kire 40 years and above wobi die ne se da kro otimi dwonso empre bebru nwotwe wobi die no nso ne se dwonso ne nyanka na se wanya ba bia wura na woku ne won mase ojamu a enesa na wonso ebi a wodi nso ne se dwonso na ba o ne mom edne se obetimi adwonso wo dwonso moja e wo dwonso num waist pains babia obi die akokodu ne say ye de rubber ato ne bemam ansa na sabin preduasa watimi adwonso sansunso nyina uhu bi na sa wo ye bema ene na sempa bi abama eno ani se obetutu America na wodi wani akyerem e oba tampa prostate center wei eye ne kokokura obetu asiama o prostate yade na wodi achinchi no oba tampa prostate center nko a ene betimi agyewo entimi sro animanim ya tuanamon wo hwe oba tampa prostate center ubehum e wo fifi prat last stop kaso yenya no kwantempon no so na de ani gisem ne se wunya tuanamon dru ho na wo yade no 90% akọ 10% na aka ne se won kasa obenya gidie na wotutu anamon ede aba na se wunya gidie tutu anamon ede wani chim oba tampa prostate center wode na wotwemienu pe ebetu yade na ase de ama wo wobetimi afre oba tampa prostate center e wo 0553 800678 oba tampa prostate center emema jimodi.
This is 92.9, the radio station that other radio stations listen to. This is 92.9. 92.9 this is 92.9 the more variety. Perfect. 92.9. 92.9 the radio station that other radio stations listen to.
After 8 I Kessben 92.9 na citizen atodazi atenase na watwe mu koma hodo pina no akoso okọ eye awomaso in the Ashanti region there's the K1 TPP plant no omampanyin arelanche na watwe mu anso there's ene se yedi nkomoi no okọ the ARC aba bedwa say the third force for this particular election and Komahodo Pinano Anna Akoso. This week, Dumsono Edasu Ejinemo in the last 24 hours. Memekani Akrami who baby and nam. And my citizen actually, na Emana Kwaba. So there's a badging.
Jodo.
Na bomb to say.
Yamanadum. Na Mamincho. Mincha Munya Godwin.
Kessben 92.9.
Na wow production team. Na Ghana Fina. Na and I pay a member Namitio. Na some of the interviews I ran. Na Godwin or Boomso or advertising a political party. Nanumu
Let
some more record.
me hold you the fort or something.
Yeah, that's it. The easy Canada actually. You see, in all this, Mr. Speaker, questioner, CCR, maybe someone there. Most of the things that he talked about.
Yeah.
If we really don't deal with the issues of national development and the underlying factor there, already a system that would hold some of these policies we might start something, but there will not be any continuity. Inti you best start today, na you start today hit. Because some of the things that you talked about, they are important today. Say at it will get the kind of results that we want. But I can foresee.
Yeah.
There, you see, because if you want this economy to change to a 3-tier or a 24-hour economy, it's not just about 4 years. It's not just about 8 years.
It has to be consistent.
There needs to be consistency. So I keep telling NDPC there. So NDPC, what is happening? We are allowing we politicians to set questions and we answer it ourselves. Into Biba, my ABCD, into one month mom. Without knowing the level you pick the things from and what you've added on and
the
what
leadership standard.
Exactly. So we need to have an institution that sets the questions for us. Come and answer for Ghanaians to tell them, based on the answers we think that you are the best person to lead us. So I think that needs to be put into perspective. And you see, why do we keep on doing this to ourselves? And the matter about them railway issues. Let me be some more there. Why do we do this to ourselves? Something has happened. The first thing we do is to make it NDC and MPP. NDC in our track railway kind. Why? Oh, ain't since I'm also NDC constituency chairman. Now, Wako Park track is Kevin. And I pay the railway PROs and when I interview no. Also Wako
Chief Executive.
Chief Executive no kind of
Ghana Railway Development Authority.
Oh. Mr. CEO, good morning.
Not the PRO, the Chief Executive himself.
CEO, good morning. Bocho, are you confirming the picture we saw online is the real situation that happened?
He said that, point blank.
The picture that we are seeing,
yes,
is the real situation that happened.
Yes. Because a day before the test run, na womo aye audit. I ensure, I mean, the rails were very stable and then there were no obstacles.
Okay. So, Mr. Speaker, I heard that part, but I don't think that he confirmed the picture now or the online. No, that's the issue.
I say car and a blockade quiet now. I mean,
so yes,
in a curve.
In a curve, yes. Yeah. So it might not be the picture we are seeing. It could be there, yes. There was a car that's parked in a curve,
but not particularly.
But not this particular picture. No, because if it is this picture, the picture is clear. I wish then Kamama Ashofashe. No, that picture no. I mean, because I would actually miss Ashofashe.
Okay.
That picture no. That road or dim
straight.
It's not a curve. It's not a curve. Unless you are telling me that picture is not the situation that happened. Then number two, when was that picture taken? Because it make your picture when the track is or then I could run into it. When was that picture taken?
There was nothing they could do. I apply emergency brakes.
So who took the picture? The train? Or one man what train when we train?
The train were cameras.
It's on no train. Mr. Speaker, picture now. So we'll show her in Kabel there. Even between the train and where the track was, there was a lot of gap. There was a lot of gap. Somebody like made you one day. The first instance, and I like his posture. he said that he won't be quick to say that or blame AE and now blame AE.
Yeah.
But the investigations could tell and all that. Matter that the truck driver has been arrested. Me, I don't condone indiscipline. And I keep saying that Ghana, we are so indisciplined. Some of the things that we are facing is out of indiscipline. Yeah, challenger, you face or mine. It is out of indiscipline.
The pictures they brought, they didn't.
You see, it is out of indiscipline. Most of the things that we are facing is out of indiscipline. So instead of communicating on the real issues, you want to politicize it so that you gain what?
So this is the vehicle.
This is the vehicle. Mr. Speaker, share baby which you can even see from afar. How is this curve? You can see from afar. How is this a curve? And Mr. Speaker, so Obi Pedo Dibona on for track kesi nkesi kwando. If Obi Pedo Dibona nyansemuno on for track kesi it's very visible. You can see from afar on for nkesi kwando. Jesus na nkofo say impua wodo to we train kwando otu ma train through. Nyim sa tibia. Jesus iti those times na simfosu.
But this is a tracker I say.
Asimfosu. And a track I say o no track no to no go do one or say. And our mother, what the crane, what the mother would consider. Mr. Speaker, you see, so when we do this to ourselves, and now when I say, you see, disinformation, we are trying to sell disinformation. Yeah, doko them kofunto. Inte you Ghana fu oh na ba didn't know why them na NDC them na MPP them na. Why? There is a railway. Is it a corporation? Authority, yes. Now it's an authority. Why can't they deal with the issues? But then we start to politicize it. Oh, yeah, mana Ghana sisa de aya kra na mamira wo de sisa enti amana Ghana pa na yesu so na si ya ne basa troka. I mean, Mr. Speaker, how? Into man obey Mr. Speaker. I keep asking myself, oh my Subanya ye denezi and oman yi botu ma ye. So man yo botu ma ye ya ofiame na o.
Obey ye.
Ye bra ye boy.
Obey ye.
Ye bra ye boy. Ono no say your man. Ono aso no your money ye.
How GCPP. As a day over power.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, as some crime member come watch one paying there. Great consult. One more different party.
CPP.
Oh, the GCPP. Opa there yeba power. Because so him there yeba power. Yebobo omano ho breye. Na Ghana fane tempefra. Ye domestication ayaka aka. In the answer na remain bedo trobi. Nyan manifesto 2008 manifesto. We are talking about electric cars. Nkofusru nye kwa tre in there you see the vision in there. Now that's what we are talking about. Government is ready to give tax rebate for people who are bringing down electric cars. But this is what we said years ago, that the infrastructure in Ghana no or promotes that. Intikeye bibi in there nkobo bo mo mana fa netempefra. As we speak, former President John Mahama is talking about domestication. He actually mentioned Danlate. Kennedy Japan, during the run-up, he was talking about Kennedy Danlate. Though he didn't market it well for Ghanaians to realize. But you see, it's not about marketing. Because you will market no one susando. But now one district, one factory, so near all the only end.
Very well. So to the best about champion. Maakye?
Yeah, Minia.
Yeah, design.
Yeah, Miadum.
Benjamin is here, executive director at the Center, right? And energy policy expert. Ben.
Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. Minia.
You trying to take a say?
Semse. Yeah. Minia, obese. I think the citizen can.
But you put your voice, boy.
Citizen Akasafa railway lines here home. Menim say be Godwin so be also HN drain. fan but me problem kese any the authority itself mantieni or kind, but I think I got it from you say there were some audits done on the lines, and the audit nature say before say be test run no na you be test run na bibia is safe anamboa.
Yeah.
But the other part I ask myself is that were people on the line informed, like general public, were we informed, say, on this particular date, there's going to be a test run of this particular machine? The India makers say, you see, mostly when we are commissioning some properties and infrastructure, and Bibia, Utanya president, so team.
Yeah.
And Albania Minister of State, so team. Right? Into the SUE, you find the sense anka president the team, and as a Minister of State the team, and now he be the team, and no be the team, and anka sayas him we see anka ya more mineka. So, in as much as we blame the driver, we don't know his motive, we don't know him. Yenim the team, Emma or the car no see ho.
As we speak now, we can't even verify whether there was really a track on the rail.
Oh, sir, police, how much you be?
It is their words against.
No, but I think let's just trust the police. Say, we go police, how much you be? Mra they communicate how much you be. Our musuze sa nipa no. On a day track no ekusi ho. Nti yemfa police asem no. But I think we need to interrogate the motive behind say nipa na dey track ekwakusi, because if you look at the picture carefully, kwan eni babia enye road like nti nka bia kwan no cross kra na waka se bia o twam akoba bi na wakosei, but kwan eni ho ba bia, and I don't even know where the truck is going. Just a bia nka picture no video na nka video no tibi kire the other side of it se bia banchi phobia na bi body phobia na bi o wa track ni kwakofa, they will know what actually happened or what is happening currently there. But picture no enye enough. Yet blame truck driver ni motive ye nim the entia or the car no kusi wono. I think that we also need to blame the railway authority for poor work done. The entia maker say we need to blame them is that, you see, after doing some of these audits, we test running, unim say we ye kwan way to hono enyene. And because of so ye kwan to ho enyene no, people have been using their vehicles to cross, even persons, humans have been crossing these roads, knowing where say train biama. That is, yeah, people cross it anyway. They know that train biama. So a day na nka okwako test running no, there ought to have been a conscious effort to inform people living along these lines. Say in a particular day, train ba be fa na ye test running nti bibi bia na wo ho no kra no. Wahu bibi se nipo se den oben re no twen ho kakra because aturenche betumasi. This information, if well received, if communicated well, obi kra hu kia na say esi ho a and say whatever track esi ho a obefre aka chempanyi for say test run na mosemo ye no ye hu say kia bi si ha o nti mo ba mo nto mo boase, and you put lines out we mu bia manye and aja we abisi. And I also do agree with citizen. You see, Kroma, Yamanyosem ene haye Kroma. And Amanyosem no so enye GCP ni ARP ni whatever party. Wahu Amanyosem no NDC ni MPP Amanyosem ene haye Kroma. And Sebiu, me mamen tu sebi kakra. Sometimes Amanyosem na maye say sebi ebinim eni adwen. Sa party afanu. Amanyosem na didi omumuama, like people don't even think critically, people don't think logically, people are carried by emotions, carried by their political stance on any issue. When I saw it first, I saw it on Obi ni Facebook wall NDC akwesi, and I'm saying how, why should you just Edi Amanyosem bebom say NDC akwesi Mr. Akoyo obisu MPP asheda. And they write historical NLM, blah blah blah. Omaye bidade, no musomu di abom. So now the core matter, the suspect in it, the Railway Development Authority, krano muso di ehwiamono, ya jaya tunchen, ene dia politics, MPP NDC MPP Misromo MPP NDC Misromo omoma ye kasa no be like ye nkomodie bi ewo.
But my question is that and rather before the test run,
yeah,
I mean the rail line, how many kilometers stretch?
yeah.
Couldn't the Railway Development Authority, had taken, another run on the same stretch of rail lines to cross-check to see, say, oh, at this point in time, there we are good to go. And the mobile me asset off and
No, I
because a CEO now, the equipment and train no signals, no communicating with the train is not built yet. Okay, so what it means is that on the other end of the stretch of rail, there were no communication coming in between the train and then
the other
there be an hour on the destination. Okay, so could we have even foreseen, say, at least because of the unavailability of such equipment and facility, young travel along that stretch, the corridor, okay, in terms of monitoring. Now, you say, okay, we have set by 12 midday, train never set it off for test run. But about AB at 10 a.m., yen taking lead, advanced team unko. Now, yen say, now what you new be cry and communicated through phone in the rail nana. I mean, something.
All these are risk measures. I bet me take it. Even apart from that, Mr. Speaker, nka ne drone aba. We are in an era of digitalization.
Exactly.
Drone could have taken a lead to capture line.
Exactly what I'm talking
right?
about. Yes.
Capture line so that what you train no you are getting feedback from the field side. Say ne koso kwai so.
Drone no take lead.
Yeah, lead. Taking pictures. Video, live video.
Show my
and I'm even worried saying Ghana have commissioning of projects or inauguration of projects. They are big. When him Kromanka, you heard the AC of Kumasi, American Power Plant. See how big we made it. And apart from America, there are a lot of projects inaugurating. You're inaugurating a big. So this one no krananka drone no ba mukrana. Drone will be giving us because for the first time yanya Eastern Corridor Railway line.
This was not commissioning.
It was inauguration, a test run. Okay, so even a test run, a first of its kind on that line or part of the stretch of the country. Until on a first of its kind, and drone bit madikai na a live feed. Right? Send your echo. Until
the drone will travel at a distance. It will be at that long stretch, you drone a bit me across.
Oh no, but drones go as far as now. Drone ya
I'm asking because it be any.
Oh, na drone ya must supply drone here. Drone say call longer distances.
No, what I'm saying is that drone a pilot in the fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your distance be a drone be a bit to me a cover.
Yeah.
The most advanced ones are a bit to me a that long stretch.
Yeah.
Ama when you a clearer view, be a na ye nibi. Okay.
By the absence of such a drone, we can use the military helicopters.
Also,
yes, we can use the
if actually we sat well in the room to do proper simulation, like we're doing all the risk factors, potential risk factors. Now at least we could have had some mitigation measures. We are
a reactive society.
It's society. I think that you be blame driver. No minimum motive. Bia na ekwa ni no be hu di ntia ono so or the car no kosi wo. Whether they are genuine, whether genuine or non-genuine, crowd still a bad. So the can work with you. But you ain't mean for media make you ain't mean for opportunity because you see human we live on experience. Well who said kwani ayatu almost 3 years in train bi amfa so. In this ayatu almost 3 years in train bi amfa so based on experience no medical si wo kra na train embassy see. Intimate media see wo affect me car. I hope you get all this things.
Yeah.
And these scenarios all must come in. Information and content and as a state Railway Development Authority am planning ye. In as much as you blame driver, you blame almost so almost omo ye. Now this and I'm pesameka. Say train na say. Sra yes rabine. Any na juma for ni say. Investigate whoever or responsible for keeping or take risk measures this animal no ye investigate
ma men kind ministry in statement one more Eddie Ababonte na yentoaso. It is dated 18th of April. I said the Ministry of Railways Development, in conjunction with its agencies, the Ghana Railway Development Authority and the Ghana Railway Company Limited, together with officials and engineers from the Baidost SA, the Polish manufacturer of the diesel multiple unit, which is the DMU 001, wishes to inform the general public of an incident that occurred today during the site acceptance test of the new DMU on the Tema Mpakadan rail line. At approximately 12:10 p.m. on Thursday, 18th April 2024, while conducting the test, an incident took place around 76 plus kilometers. The DMU, upon approaching the curve at that particular stretch, encountered a stationary vehicle stationed right across the rail track. Despite the immediate application of the emergency braking system, the train was unable to come to a complete stop before colliding with the vehicle. It is important to note that the vehicle was unmanned and the location where it was found is not designated as an authorized level crossing. Thankfully, there were no injuries sustained by passengers on the train or bystanders. However, there was minor damage to the driver's cab section of the train. The incident has been promptly reported to the police, and investigations are currently underway to ascertain the circumstances surrounding the incident. The DMU involved has been moved to the workshop for further assessment and necessary repairs. We assure the public that safety remains our utmost priority and are committed to ensuring the continued safe operation of our railway systems. We urge all stakeholders to remain vigilant and adhere to safety protocols when operating or crossing railway tracks. We will provide further updates as the investigation progresses, and this is issued by the ministry.
Speaker, medase Maakye. But last one I'm the be end answer na many of you abamoni say railway I say yes rob momo mfa ho embe kotu budget kese bia my for maintenance. Yes rom pa momo mfa ho be kotu budget kese bia for the maintenance in this country, because baby and na masa o mine obi a ho kire no o mine na mu kra ho kire no nti yesre obi bia oda no no say we are seeing now because we go to some $38 million, some $1 million. We say yeah they fix it real because conspiracies were. I'm for conspiracy theories. Kasebia obi kura na share that. Yes, so that obenye skebia fimu babiaba. And I think that this conspiracy, no, a mamon confirms that particular conspiracy. On my who budget are very reasonable in terms of maintaining this particular coach. No mo ye ne saye nyina ye ho beto yen na ye nyina ye ni agye. I'm glad so maka say they think about safety. And so thinking about safety, I think that in some of these safety practices were not taken into serious consideration. But if they had, and I even realized that the statement even mentions that there were bystanders.
No, so no bystander was affected.
No, but which means there were bystanders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is area now accident in see, they were bystanders. Possible. So if you had informed localities, the communities now, at least they could have called a line, because the bystanders on which now, say, why did they try moving their vehicle out and send a mobile? Communities were not informed. And I think that your information delivery, and you're very proactive, very fast. And if that was done with a emergency line, kabari somo frɛ wo nam kwan so oba no krama frɛ so Charlie kia BCO mo apply brake. And the last part is Aminia. Is it a bullet train? I want to know. Is it a bullet
I don't know
train?
the specifications yet.
Because
someone they buy almost aspects in the
yeah, because yeah, the way I free a friend saying tema best ne kon Saomi. The way it moves, if that is how this one also moves, you telling me you have fly break then still break 90 man, you know, Amodi Akubuma is quite suspicious. Maybe this one is speed per hour, and I'm can say that kilometer per hour no. The speed no different from the echo tematun Saomi no. Be an way call fast. Until no apply crana still the boom. But since Saomi the ABDR, I think that emergency break should have solved this particular problem.
Okay, medase meba Godwin Mahama. So now Sadiq Yaduchum sends me a message. He says the essence of ethical communication. Communication is and has always been described as the best tool to convey one's information from one end to the other. Within the political communication and government policies arena, there cannot be fraudulent communication of our national policies in an attempt to persuade the people towards election successes. It is important to note that clever, good public relations cannot compensate for bad and flavored policy. But suffice to note, good policy is the foundation for good public acceptance. Therefore, political leaders must be ethical in their communication to the people about policies, because no amount of artful messaging or websites can alter observable realities. And it goes on and on and on and on. And he is, basing his argument on communication, how we are able to communicate. Just as Ben was saying, say at least Nanka say womone the local communities along that stretch the crown enya enkomodi. God remember you kakra na yenko the other issues.
I think say I first looked at it and Masang Minyanmonsu edi hu enkomo kakra. You see, the last point I'm person making on this is that sometimes I said yes indeed yako school. Yete brofo. Yete me chro. Ntin sembi esia. The first point of call is to take our pen and paper. On the outcome, you know, was it they take safety serious? Is that not what they said?
Yeah.
So the question I will be saying is, institution I would take safety very serious, and you reneged on your responsibility for doing a proud audit on the rail. And said I will be saying, you know, a night before, 24 hours after. When who they need to go and do a further check, whether a night before check amoye, you know, it still stands as it is. So yes, a true say in the letter, no, you may take safety serious, but in reality, any DAC, no, there is no indication say they took safety serious before they tried the test run. If not, and what's anka way AC. That is the only thing I will add up. But
okay.
I think on the terminal, the Amerideal. The
Amerideal.
Okay.
But
Now,
Mr. Speaker,
no, I thought I was starting.
The real issue, I think also they came there. They shouldn't let us start to question their attention to certain details. Because when they start to work for people to even board it.
Yeah.
Because if I cannot guarantee the safety of the train, even during a test runner, where you might have been paying attention to a lot of things, so that based on that you can actually start the worker, then I will question my safety when I'm going to board it. Into one mama share the discussions around it. One kasa they shouldn't put out certain things. Mama doubt it, some of the things that they are saying. Because this big tracker also kwanda mwenwi na onu pin what to kwanda dan kambo. So they should be careful how they handle some of these.
Well, Maminchi on the K1 PTT na yanko.
Okay, Mr. Speaker. You see, maybe I can say, me say me MPP niya. Me jai say. Mribia me sopa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Because person you do, I said the more they speak ill about John Mahama, no, the more Anyankopon efforts akwenya sabebre so edi vindicate John Mahama eni ni nyuma odi ma oman Ghana a ebia MPP etum futuro gu Ghana fueni created an impression as if say adena na all ye no it's not in the best interest of Ghana. But so far almost adibia atuyenchem bia atu abanwe from 2017 to date no adia aboa mayetimi aso saa atuyenchem na no initiatives of John Mahama. Me kai COVID by hospitals are aboa mayetimi so COVID ano a man nipa dudu entimi anhwere omo nkwan a man ministers cry COVID chi wonya baby die. They were project of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. University of Ghana year 1, Rich Hospital year 2, Bank of Ghana Hospital, any day keka. But in MPP wo position no, they told us that project we ni na no na ye Photoshop. It was just in the book. John Mahama was vindicated and COVID ebaye. And another disaster Ghana. A self-inflicted disaster. A say a banwe san di doom so asambe dua Ghana forso. But I will center my argument in the Ashanti region because of the K1T Pino. And the Kumasi for any sustainable light. I'm a regional minister crack as a obey demonstration against Abayeno. Specifically ECG. And abaya oti egwaso. Epe solution ama minuanum asantefoa. Eye the same John Mahama project. Aye born subuo. Emrina na Ghana was in the height of electricity crisis. Okofa edeba Ghana. Na ye freno a Mary plant. And now buying transported from, I think the Western. Ediako Asante Meimu. But because Abaya oye so deceitful na and dada and true, ewa na nuntinu. On pese minuano ma muwo kumasi be hu se eye John Mahama ninsanu nyuma ni bini ena ye yefia Western region dia ba Asante Meimu ntinu. Yensi sadinu. Now you recommissioning. Bear in mind, we did commissioning of Ameri plant. But some of the corner man sa anye party pageantry around it. Yen who say omunoma yentinu. Adia ye commission in the year 2015. They only transported it to Kumasi. Changed the name to deceive the people. Say omu. And on this idea no aba oman Ghana mu and on my recommissioning. Inti a 2 day din was anti-memu no and John Mahama Ameri plant and a ne a kako survey energy problem in Ashanti region. Inti na me catch us say me ye NPP niya. I should by now know say John Mahama na me NPP penifo ka kira me say wan born home modern. It's like they have deceived us. Because 8 years on every disaster acto aban we biano self-inflicted no say yes so ano a all about John Mahama nyuma odi mo man Ghana mro ye mampani and eba be bo man Ghana nti sa papa we no sa okoso a didi natem e kan se ma wu hia fa ne ho a it's your own cup of tea because after 7 years it is real said John Mahama is a visionary leader. Mampenia or Dasodai, he does things like Kwame Nkrumah. It's not about Endepe. He foresees 10 and decades from today. And oye niema. Into your BBA utiemia. Plant na nado danko akufa do ko commission wa Ashanti region. I will say your friend Kumasi 1 thermal plant no. Enya de fufuro. A planter, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
But Godwin, I don't think the government has said say at the forefront. Right?
Say, no, you don't need. You see, we have 2 ways of expressing an opinion: express and implied. So maybe expressly omo nka say ye foforo, but by what is happening there is that implication to drum home say a yomo no mama Ashanti region a plan to curb the Dumso problem. Do you get what I'm saying? Nti omo hia some ba be kan expressly, but omo niye say that is what they want to communicate. If not, what is wrong with maintaining the name Ameri plant? Because when you saw maintaining name na Ameri planter, Ameri a obia nimnu a planter bar under John Mahama time.
Ameri ninja Ghana din, Anna.
No, it's not about necessarily Ghana din.
The plant is now for Ghana.
And I may say no, it's not yet for Ghana.
It's for Ghana.
It's not yet for Ghana.
It's fully for Ghana.
After I thought they extended it to 15 years.
No.
It's fully for Ghana.
For 5 years. It's a Ghana deal.
Also, it was when they wanted to change it. Or inflated figure need to $800 million. No. Oh yeah. I think that's when they wanted to change it. But the Americans say, you see, some maintain dina and say she. Because the most important thing is the efficiency and the objective to which the plant was brought. Say air serve the needed purpose. But because some person created the impression say you are the fufro, that is why I'm assessing Dino. And two, why do you commission a project that has already been commissioned?
Very well.
Do you get what I'm saying? Into the American say the plant in the fufro John Mahama signage. And the last point, Mr. Speaker, the government must account to the people. Why? Just relocation of plant way from a western region to Kumasi ever costed the nation $35 million. I don't understand. I don't know the kind of machines I want to transport here, and whoever won the contract to transport the plant from western region to Ashanti region, and Obibia or you're responsible to transport. What means? And our company, was it a sole sourced? Competitive tendering or what? All those details are very important. Say the company or really bid to transport India. Just here moving 6 plants into western region, Aqua Ashanti region, could cost this nation $35 million at the time. I need to say the economy is in crisis. We can't sit for this money to be wasted.
May I say, I mean, citizens, I mean,
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
I'm going to say Yanka. You an expert kakra na entity as some American. And I'm a young Missy, you were expert why. I would wish that you may be or
clarify.
Now, so Kasa, one of the key things that I would want to know in the first place, because my viewpoint is we celebrate too much mediocrity. In the first place, these plants normally when VRF or normal things are they go and put plants here and they like. I mean the capacity that we are talking about. I mean, VRF or normal thing. Did we need that fanfare? Number two, where it is, about more of efficiency because it's getting close to people and just oppose it with the cost that is associated with it, whether it really makes sense.
So, first of all, Ashanti region, a region as middle belt, experience severe doomsday like than what you are experiencing in Accra, and almost severity is because of the transmission lines now transmitted power at the core Ashanti a be obsolete, a be data, and mostly there are technical inefficiencies. And I think based on Energy Commission reports and other reports, we needed a power plant in the middle belt of the country. Because if the power plant in the eco middle belt now reduce these technical inefficiencies now, you experience a abbreviano. And it also boosts sustainable power supply within the middle belt. I think based on Energy Commission reports, based on VRE or more projections and plans, I was saying a power plant in the middle belt. Because Basana said southwestern belt or the southern belt no current demand supplier. I think that power plant a bit to me abwa. But the major part of all this putting a power plant in the middle belt is the availability of fuel or accessibility of fuel and the constant supply of fuel. So one thing government in here and say we needed a private partner, and the Gensa, for example, started that
building the lines.
Sebia you supply natural gas because Ameri and I say K1 TPP Kumasi 1 thermal power plant use natural gas until so Gensa came in. I think that the whole 35 million and here Gensa so can start 35 million in terms of putting
the
infrastructure up. I think so. I don't think Sebia will lift budgets no and power plants no kwandi akoho no and the cost 35. But I think I agree with you that some information must be given, must be made public. In terms of audited information must be made public and also inform us how this expenditure was done and who benefited from this particular expenditure it was about. But the importance of siting a power plant in the middle belt of a country is long overdue. It's very, very long overdue. Yeah, we need a plant in the middle belt. Not only Kumasi, even Sunyani needs one. Because once there's evidence to support, then the citizen kind when your generator is closer to the user of electricity, it keeps some technical and inefficiencies or losses within the system. And the grid-co technical losses is around 11%. It's around 11% because grid-co the infrastructure no be over 40 years. The transmission lines now it be over 40 years. It be in Nkrumah tour transmission lines now the free southwestern part or even the eastern part of the Ashanti region. Yes, it's under. It be no bulk supply point and as a beer babia ye Greco J Kaniano eso echichemu kakra akradema nkrunkru no. It be ache assessant ache. Nti whenever the transporting of from the generator to all these systems no nasa systems no echa ema enyinam kanea no etochima so light of not me ba mamenka light of not beat me ba enye ECG fault e agree kona for because for especially when the box supply point no voltage no esobro so etimi etwam na call off when the supply lines no na say pylons or transmission lines no eno so timi ma ade no edu nti omode ko ho no eye it is going to make sure that Kumasi and its enclave gets constant power, sustainable power. It's going to make sure that more production, productive sector e be peja ni mukakra na abuama Kumasi so I send they also here because so compared to so now is worse. However, I think that the whole pandemonium and the whole celebration around it it's not necessary. It's not necessary at all because a VRA plant and a VRA plant doesn't need a buying who de hula balu because when we're citing Tatco, right? When we're citing plants in Takrade, when we're citing plants in Tema, a big crowd over chance VRA was citing plant awi. But Saturday na yakoyeno kumaseno nke here. But I also understand them. You Kruma, BB politics. Right? And if you listen to Napo carefully, or they plant in the see who we are Casano, I didn't credit Bahan a minimum penny. So he wants to achieve a political point out of it. Yeah, they back Masacrano, a binum so Montiasi. Yeah, they call Babia, a binum so mope. Yeah, they call her a binum pay. Yeah, they call her Bakumasi a debano. A binum say, hey, Yantiasi. Now, yeah, domo. Like, I just want to paraphrase.
Only why in a dream.
Huh?
Only why in a dream.
Nasa ono nasa ma okana no say ebinum ede ko hanum ebinum entia ebinum tiase like when we put it to ede ko Takrade the western enclave Pomazi area.
I say you can consider it as a mere statement or the energizing the base of his party. Basically, the parliament disapproves that plant in Kumasi.
That be.
So I mean, why they stop?
So no, the pandemonium around it. And I said that
the only institution Obe consortium with parliament, isn't it? Exactly. So who else?
Many we agree, but the thing is that the entire makers didn't know. I don't support it, but the entire didn't know. Say, Bumuni say we are in a political season, a political year, and they want to cash out of it. And Oko and Oko catch them for say, Ebinu grant say they be bahaba. So and that is why I think that the NDC also should have had a good way to say yes, and we support the same of them.
No, but nobody fought.
No, but I mean,
Nobody has spoken.
You see, you didn't speak against it. You didn't speak against it, but your concentration was on the name change. And I would have thought that your communication rather, yes, we brought it and we want it there.
but should this necessarily even become a political issue?
It shouldn't, but that's the reality.
That
And there are some people in
There were
Kumasi.
plans to attack Takrady. The person sustaining power in Ashanti region until you move from Takrady to her. And on the political points, Ben, I was called.
Then maybe you don't understand our illiteracy. Maybe you don't understand. To me, the kind of illiteracy in Kumasi, you don't understand them. There are some illiteracy in Kumasi. Say power plant na baho krana obi abeka say obi si on tiase mayen fa Mahamedi abahano e no kra we any point e we any vote. You don't understand. No. Election and communication. Obia was saying the other way in election okromo.
Exactly, but the more reason why I was even questioning the NDC, say, I mean, why come talk about Muhammad and the Baye and then Moses said and all of that? I mean, the whole thing is that Obia himself married Ejo Muhammad and the Baye in October 2015. 5 years contract, $510 million. You know, a boot agreement. You build, you operate, you transfer, and then we become the owners.
Yes.
Edru anaya oni, and you know, whichever thing we decide to do with it. I mean, why should it become
So that is why I said
political?
the concentration shouldn't have been. You don't. The concentration should. No, you see that part is also where I have a problem. Like I said, their communication on this particular, I think they ought to have sat well to create the future of it, on its implication in terms of getting some voters from that particular region. You see, all the Tema plans.
Yeah, I feel my attention was on the fact that citizen. I asked Francois, the Ashanti regional organizer of the NPP. I asked him a very important question. Sir, would they be able to assure the people within the Middle Belt, the Ashanti region and the northern part, sir, by the relocation of this plant, that's
my question. That's where I'm coming.
I asked him, and then he ran away from the question.
I'm coming to maybe finalize it. You see, the most important thing for both parties now is the effective operationalization of this particular plant. Efficient operationalization of this particular plant, and making sure that there's constant supply of fuel for this plant. Right? And the young man can also discuss say, a buy no 250 megawatt no, a buy no constant supply of fuel. Is the buying going to make it efficient? Senior or no cano? Is it going to be very, very effective? These are things I think we should focus on, because at the end of the day, not allocating the plant and relocating the plant to the place. I know the encassing because your pong so one idea and pong into juma to full capacity because you need fuel demand. Your Tema, some plants in Tema, private plants into juma because you need fuel demand. Your plant in southwestern point, Takra, the western region area, into juma fully because you need fuel demand. In this, what they call Kumasi. What is the guarantee so benya constant fuel at the amount so that we dream now person realize no a bomb, and that is where the conversation should have come in. But say name change in this I think that sometimes you're careful how you communicate, because in an election year you may not mean some of the things you say, but a binum tia say differently. And especially if I study the kind of voters we have in Volta region and Ashanti region, they can respond to anything anyhow. So you're careful in communicating some of this. And I think that in as much as I support constant fuel, effective and efficient operationalization of this, and my achieve
they are not done with their construction.
They are done with their construction. But the thing is that Gensa even has a problem. There's even a problem with Gensa and GMPC. Okay, I said GMPC now or ton fuel be cheaper at 1.78, one Ghana cedi 78 per British Chema unit. Gas, natural gas. NDC minority in parliament say omonti ase. Civil society say omonti ase. Sa 7 yen kan wie yo. Ena yes I the contract I want to supply gas. So where even Gensa is going to pick the gas from price another problem, because as at now the contract no yen silly.
Very well, medase.
I don't hear way.
My channel patient and some mommy says, a year construction sector anymore. On the 10th and then on the 11th of May, yeah, the year exhibition from Edinburgh. Yeah, to the property fair 2024. Pacho Ebaso, Award the Accra Digital Center. Na Jumedia, Pacho for construction sector anymore. I bet me abuwa yepa. And just a wood team, we a real estate developer. Now, what person we need there, what person we just see, about the modern trends and the usage of technology, bet me advancing with business in the real estate sector. They are no pay. As I say, we are part of the property fair. Registration here 3,000 Ghana cedis. Come and experience industry sector players and one of your most qualified, most experienced. And they one more ever together as stakeholders. I bet discussing the relevant happenings within the construction sector. And see, I don't pay be a part of it. But just open, sir, we are exhibit and now we are vendor. Now, we be showcase when near my hall, we are real estate company. Open, will show samples of your design. Any gated communities, I hold on my yedding in our. But your book can stand with us, not be a part of it. Remember what we are part. I'll pay with to me, any organizers letting come on 0241 812 408. 0241 408 and after 0202 131 615. Between so after 0265 321 333. Now when they a year organizers no in come on. Kessben 92.9 a proud media partner for the next generation of construction, product and product property fair 2024. Be a part of it. But your braha, I said that twin towers. Nabe pick will form no ewa. Nabe boa. Mame fast that be my 22 bet if one pay one more daro by your weekend. But your games are who do I ever so weekend in open the best odds and the boa winning. Now we're winning big, yeah. As I said, when 22 bet for a deal come up. Now we participate in our platform, no as games are who do it now. But you're being our 22bet.com.ga. I don't pay you for job for her. Now once to play on. It's answer as a bet, your greatest assurance, you know. And it's a ube to me, I'm maximizing the wins on your deposit. I hold I will you need that. I don't pay 22bet.com. Bet to play, bet to win. One more Darumana, one more boy and pay. St. Louisa local rights for Daruma. One more the Ghana, more announce you at the party, a bedroom mind show. I don't pay the obeying now, no, and it's but you're winning 22, winning a St. Louisa local rights for any income of a nah, St. Louisa local rights here, but if you be here, we can do the union our programs. Who was a year wedding party. You would need St. Louisa local rights. Or come more shops who don't need no idea. May come shops a bill, but you open the do more to at one. Be a distributor, our region, and I could cry. Now I don't pay over free on 027745 now for 0546 242343. Now when it's in Louisa, in Income. Open the door more to La Paz. One more just in the air. Now when it's in Louisa, in Income. Mame fast that be my Emma's Global Implemented for the pen patch which me open so with two coin carbon and we a student oko to our district application Emma's Global Implemented for in terms of this acquisition application documentation yes I say we no and only Emma's Global Implemented for any na one more ebejo so adomabo patch what your man but only document resident one and if you work permit in no one I don't pay only Emma's Global Implemented for any come one more ebejo so pa na afi one more boa wo kuma se ne mpacha bu a one more snake opposite wa ewo asafo labor se wo eye enkran so White Cross Junction ewo wager kaswa main road no eso I don't pay from 0535 502499 0535 502499 and after 0504 203401 now when the Emma's Global Link Limited for Ninkomo Pacho Fidico Portrait Animal Feed Center for Adaroma. I don't pay one more the premix. I would only in Adia. Fish premix, layer premix, broiler premix. Nina no drama. Pacho Ope Pig premix is a bill home. When you know you and you know how do a patrol, your day my fish, your day man cook. Now I pay your day man preco said your beya. From a pomo dance and no ebecoji. Womu benye, womu tunko so one betuna can see mopa. I don't say you so premise I would do it. Nafa friend me and if I'm bambuano, na ebebwa ye. We are na wuti and your toxin binder no. A clear unwanted materials, you know. Eddie frame one system, no energy, and pay only for the component come on 0244 260 190 0244 260 190 and I face 0242 76 9698 0242 76 9698 and I face 0303 958583 now when Fidico for Eddie and Kopo I'm here to or you be Dodowa main road no eso I don't pay coho now being a Fidico Eclipse Collateral Management for Adaroma Pacho a high number one it is a wood here me where Japadia rap Pacho ye Japadia rap why you crash out to a Japadia so a Japadia shame a shawum pass I don't pay Fabra one more the Beya commission I feel whoop alone only collateral I don't pay one Eclipse Dean Comwa one more Ebejos na one more collateral and no Babua I will say to me I can't load Abakan Street ewo Adentan New Side for one more 0266 999020 0266 999020 and now for 0302 551877 now when Eclipse Dean Comwa House of Fortune for Adaroma Pacho Wamodoko PMO ewo Romania 1,000 workers and one more airport or your health worker Pacho na wotieba no pay wo pese wotu kwan ekotina hokọ ye adwumadia House of Fortune for aba ediama wo construction sector wo ye plumber wo ye mason wo ye carpenter and pay be a part of this opportunity afi hospitality no mu ana wo sector we there wo ye adwuma restaurant wo ye restaurant operator wo ye waitress wo ye waiter but oni nyina no chefa machine operator, engineer, technician, and auto mechanic. But you're the Munina no echo Romania. And pay you'll be here your traveling passport. You bet your medical fee, registration fee, now would you see via camera? 4 passport size pictures. Now I think yeah, the what you kind. But you're you for 2 years. Maybe I bet now you're free. Medical fee, you're free. And I feel so health benefit dear baby. Transportation, you're free. I don't pay 2 years a check, you be renew contract no at the amount. Now I pay from 5 years or more aircon go to me a migrate to a bush at the Abekamo Ewa Maya Federal Radio. I don't pay call the first floor Amankwa Plaza B Ewa Chimota ABC. Now when the House of Fortune in Kobo go to me from 10554 547915 0554 547915 and now for 0200 074525 wait to me so for 0302 977773 now when the House of Fortune in Mariko Ahobane so that many me win a decay any come. Hello, good morning, Obey.
Hey, Jesus.
Hello.
What is wonderful?
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, madam. I just saying.
Good morning. That's you.
I don't pay when you're Japan.
Miniaji Papa. Hey.
Where we need cash pot, you home.
Mpachani.
We did the same for Nakasa free.
Pasho me de Vera me kasa free body ase.
Vera, how Kasa free bojo ase.
Mpachani.
Okay, congratulations. Why?
Thank you. God bless you so much.
Bless you too. Make sure we need you now different. I hear now try.
I show me 5 today.
5 now they we need 500 now. And then we feel it. We can do better.
Oh, me pa. Nyami shiramu.
I shall so. But that's why Vera.
Okay.
Thank you. Vera, your first lucky winner. Kanisa Ventures for Daroba, Kanisa Heba Mistrano, and would drop mine so no pay so would see me or your bema Pacho gonorrhea no how. Oh, your bad menstrual pains, you know, Pacho, I shall swatch it. Bema usisi yari, or ba usisi yari, and won't mean in our nine so. As I said, one of them canisa phone running. Na ebebo we to nigga and was say Eddie. Kanisa heba shop there was Techiman. Contain taxi rank and our baseline pharmacy beer. I would name across the country. Ubenya in Noibi and for 0247 887436 0247 887436 and now for 0202 990943. Now when in Kanisa for any and come I don't pay one bed just 28 after 9. Yanko, why?
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
I think these issues, we need to put it in perspective. And I think Ben, in the first place, was set to one of them. And it is good the why relocation. There it is long overdue. You see, this is where governance should have been. The Sebi Abana Nkwankoto a different plant or badges. No, the call Kumasi. Nembum za all order down. No, it was a quay. Ain't our friend governance is continuing. But you see, the reason why this has become an issue is the fanfare around it. Because why? Like I said earlier, this is a VRA thing that they do almost every day. So relocations and it's based on at certain point the need that these transfers happen. It's a routine thing that VRA does. But Abaye fanfare because we are in an election year, and it's because the kind of politics are yedi enyinam kani and wansem yedi aye. Kumasi light in some osi one na yesi bada. First, we complained about transformers. Yes, what's the poor no this one ngofu to two nasi boats. Until from Oba, no way him out one thing I wouldn't do light to Kumasi. But yet you went there and you went to accept that there is room so. There are challenges. I mean, you see, sometimes here there kata no corridor. This is what happens. You get exposed. It's good there. Sebi Ashanti region. Na yino kwado. Damadi alcohol. Mobe ya work kani and once mobejina. Because I mean, those times we to coin Kumasi na I have experienced that. So if now we are put it there, via one shishem when they know mayen fan ko nombua mayen deal with the gaps that we have there. Why not? What is wrong with it? It's good. But then they kind of fanfare was so giddy. Anyway, I am one. Sabi, what's the toilet cry or quay commissioning? Was so V8 or the quay commissioning. Into I am one. There's such an issue. They will go and commission it. It's not I am one. But I asked myself that how much money went into this commissioning. Because you get the whole government machinery to Kumasi to go and do a commission of this to score what point. Yandasi, the distance came. I thought we thought it wasn't more for friend or your generator. Those generators boom. That's how we said Ameri was. That's what we said Ameri was. Those small generators are working boom to anything. Now the thing that you poo-pooed years ago now comes back to you and you want to glorify it. The same way young IMF in the young IMF for China, IMF more formal kitchen what to one more instructions. At the chain, most young boys say mom there. IMF quickly Mamanya staff level agreement. The fastest ever. Sometimes I sometimes don't understand what we are doing to ourselves as Ghanaians. Mentasi. I am in Tasi. The same things I want to get In the bar, it's oh Charlie, I would not. You change names and you rebrand and you say that I would not. Fine. I mean, all of us are Ghanaians. We know. Ghana full, Ashanti region full. Or one more was true when they already know who brought it, out of what vision it was brought, and what it was for. All of us, we should aspire to do same. I wish that this government will look at some of the other shortfalls that we have in the energy sector. Now, once 1 year, something substantial which is visionary enough, other governments will come and benefit from, so that it doesn't look like they are looking at the tenure of office. Because I mean, we feel that this government has been so concentrated on winning elections, so everything they do is ad hoc measures to solve entrenched problems. Indeed, they are doing it for just a short period, and you will see the results in a short period. By the long term, there are some serious implications about the war. Anybody who comes to come and deal with it. And as a country, we should be looking forward to that, because some of the things that they undertake, it been a beneking. What will sustain the plant there would be the supply of fuel to that. Obi Sabi, Omunyansa onya visioni, ose a trouble gas. The plants are who work at it will need constant supply of gas. It means a system within to supply these plants. Let's ensure that we have constant supply of fuel to these plants as well. Baby, without we. Mobaya no so to function. This is how you show leadership. This is how you show vision. This is how you build a country.
Isn't it too early yet?
There, buddy.
To question a kind of danger fuel, no? Say, what more your plans, Anna?
Na iya mwana. Iya menye. Inti ya yenka. In come one some in tray and this is what it's coming. Why do we let us set agenda for government? Government should set agenda for us to see, and then we come along with it. That is the vision. That is the vision. You see, me, I'm not interested in the BBI there bastardized. No. I'm saying that Sebi, Obi ye no, ipupu there, or ye common generators. Into onye she, onya badbo. Ono go for the whole plant, badges and I didn't know the bear no. It's onye she, onya badbo, because or ye small generators. In there, AK is a 4, say 6. Yambo abado.
All right, thank you. Go in. For no CDM.
Sabi feel.
Time.
Don't worry.
Like
1
or 2 minutes.
1. Obi bia within the NDC and I Ghana bia. Engina be bia and cast the relocation of the plant from Western region to the northern part of Ghana, specifically Kumasi. Yeah, against it. Nobody is against it. The reason why I did plant in a buy and say the best so dumswano in 2015, it was to come and augment what we had already. To say, in the wisdom of Vignari, relocate and ebe boa ama that part of the country. Etimi enya sustainable lighter. We support it 100%. So nobody has said Kumasi omode kono yempe. What Napo said is just for political and propaganda reason to no kind. 2, the other person here say, yes, sister, who nim baby aufia, you know where you are going. History is very important. Until the other person, Asante Foni won more the northern part of Ghana for United say, sa plant na buying a commission, you know, and ya de fufro. A planter obi ne de buy ye John Mahama pension na ye de buy or the 10 ne buy emu 6. And a ye ediako kumase. Say that part no so here say ye be beefy or energy sector and ye alcohol. So we just want people to know say enya dia buying na dia ba. Eya dia John Mahama Merison ye de buy. So that record will be there. Okay. The last thing I'm person me also here issue about the cost. Say just relocation of the plant from Western to Kumasi. If say costing $35 million, we need explanation, audit to rate. The details of how come country never losing a whole another spending a whole $35 million just for relocation. So it is just questioning we are asking and try to set the history to be as it is, not to distort history. And that's
my name is second winner in Incomo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, madam. That's saying.
If I tell you, that won't swear.
And I don't mention me when you're
Hey, Yamin should have what it.
Amen.
Yami, and should have one of my dear na.
Amen.
Oh, you my dear cost. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, mommy, your friends are in for Nagazefi.
Because that's free and your quanta.
Aria Quanta.
But I
see. I don't pay where we nipa all the way in Aria Quanta.
Oh, me back on one more, me body. I Appiah Kubi. And I also this, me back on one. Oh, I mean, should I watch it?
Amen.
I
don't pay congratulations. Why?
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
I was your saying, my man was Josiah, who's Befi, son of Jerry Kwame Befi, a very big happy birthday. Befi Banono. Happy birthday to you. Oh, Papa, say and wish you a very big happy birthday. I will pray for God's blessings upon your life. God bless you, Josiah. Nami wishing Yao Jesia Samoa of Zion Praise International School a very big happy birthday. Yao, it's your birthday today. We celebrate you. We pray for God's grace upon your life. Long life, good health, and prosperity be your portion. With your new age, we pray for advancement in your life. Nami wishing Deborah with you for Egan a very big happy birthday. Chief Executive Moradis Beauty Parlor. It's your birthday, you're celebrating it. And we wish you the best of your new age. God bless you so much. And I didn't anymore now when you're grant you good health and favor. Happy birthday to you. A big one going to Reverend J. Shere Jodu. A very big happy birthday to you. Reverend Anope, you celebrate your birthday. That is my fervent prayer. Say Anope, Erade Ebema Kwachen, Obesha Wenimonyam. Now with you won't fear no amen. Happy birthday to you, Reverend. God bless you so much. And let me wish Santua a very big happy birthday. Santua, it's your birthday today. May the best of luck be with you, abide with you. The most gracious extend his love towards you and grant you good health with your new age. God bless you. Happy birthday. And the final one to Apostle Dr. General De Graft of Say Kwame. Happy birthday to you. Also for Yamisha, until anyone show now on your cashier. People throwing any back where Radidia account come on what they pass. And your chef. Happy birthday, Apostle Dr. General De Graft of Say Kwame. To celebrate you this morning. God bless you. I was here. Thank you for your time. We are grateful for staying through with us from Monday up until now. We need a Kwame Appiah Kubi. On behalf of my team, we wish you the best of the weekend. Anyway, dear share. Good morning, Ghana. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy birthday to you.